Okay, so Boise is a pretty depressing place to be homeless while waiting for your court dates. I really have nothing else to do but just kind of sit in the library and keep up on the latest news. I also need to look for work too. There's certain counties that are exempt from this Easter Seals Goodwill, but I haven't seen which counties they are. Those aren't going to be widely advertised. But I could almost drive outside the city just to try to find another county outside the city that's not too far that doesn't have the Easter Seals thing, that's exempt. There's a little checkbox, and it's not that hard being homeless to just quickly go outside the city and just take a general delivery post office box in a county that is exempt. And then I can come back into Boise and hang out, and I might be clear for 6 months. That would be a lot easier. So if there's going to be exempts, that's probably going to last a long time. It's the major cities where there's heavy congestion that people are most affected. And that's a good way to push poor people out of the city, is to exact higher standards on them, not give them all these free handouts. But in the bigger cities, the homeless and poor can find more food banks and more daily meals, like warm meals. Size matters for that. Like, especially at the homeless shelters, it's almost a guarantee they have at least one meal a day. So that's a possibility. I called the judge about 3 times today, and I also had difficulty making calls, and I think it's just because I'm using the free Google Voice. But either way, they're not taking my calls and they're not returning them. So I think they have my number memorized on the do not answer list. And I don't see any updates on the Idaho repository under my name, so nothing has changed. I'm getting the cold shoulder, and once again I have to ask, can other judges do this too? Can I get an approval from another judge? There is the male judge too. And I'm not getting any clear answers, so I'm gonna need to start asking the questions. Can I talk to another judge? You know, if they want to say that I can't have a public defender, I'll have to cite them the statute that allows it, or the rule, or whatever. And I didn't see any rule that said you have to stick with one judge. They're all pretty much tired of criminals, and they're not going to treat criminals fairly because they see them on a daily basis. So you gotta try other judges. And I'm stuck. This area is just getting hotter by the day. And now I'm thinking about parking in places that have more shade for the evening. I gotta start planning for shade spots. And this is a terrible area to do it, because trees don't really grow great. So So this whole thing is a big mess right now. And I hate having to wear on my car just to go back and forth. I'm in a routine now. I have a routine that I have to maintain, that I might want to maintain for the next 2 months of driving between Walmart and the library. Just back and forth. It's the shortest route I know, that's seemingly the safest for parking at night. But it's really boring. And all the other spots, there's really nowhere else I want to check out in Boise. I really don't care about seeing anything else. There's not, maybe the homeless shelter, to plan on any other catastrophes that might drive me to the homeless shelter. But that's it.